Hi, thanks for watching. I'm playing Marvel Champions today, but with a little bit of a twist. I'm playing with Daredevil, or Matt Murdock, which is a custom-made hero that I made. And I'm super happy with, super proud of. It's a bunch of fun to play. So let's just jump into it. I'm playing Klaw on Expert with the Masters of Evil. So it's going to be quite the challenge. I'm playing with Justice. All right, so let's go for this. I'm going to draw my opening. Oh, let's see. He actually gets a minion. Oh, wow. Radioactive Man, first card off the top. That's a big guy. We'll see how we can deal with him. Man, the fact that he discards a card from your hand is really tough. I'm going to draw my opening hand. All right. Got some pretty cool cards here. Blind Justice is a Daredevil card. It's sort of like a melee, but a little bit amped up. I could deal 4 damage to that guy. Unyielding is sort of like a wiggle room from Miss Marvel. And Radar Sense is sort of like an enhanced Spider Sense. They're not all just derivative, but they're pretty similar to those. For Justice is great. I'm thinking hold on to Radar Sense and Blind Justice for sure. And I could just do literally like, let's see. I could, I'll discard Unyielding. Well, hang on. I could go ahead and just play Helicarrier and kind of get that resource generation going. Honestly, that might not be a bad plan. I'm gonna go ahead and try that. I'm just gonna hold on to my hold hand. I'm gonna discard Unyielding for Justice to play Helicarrier. I'm gonna flip to Daredevil. Use Helicarrier and Radar Sense, which actually generates an extra physical resource while paying for an attack event. I'm going to play Blind Justice. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to another enemy. If you pay for this card using physical and mental resources, which this does both, deal 1 additional damage, and this attack ignores tough status cards. So I'm going to go ahead and do some Blind Justice, but using my Radar Sense to assist me. Dealing 4 damage to Radioactive Man and 4 damage to Klaw, down to 24. And then I'm going to go ahead and thwart for 2 off of Defense Network, down to 1. Okay, well, I got Helicarrier out there at least, but let's see how this next turn goes. Okay, Matt's Apartment is great, but I don't know if I'll have a chance to play it. We'll see. Back to Klaw. He's going to add 2 threat. He's going to go ahead and attack me, and I think I just have to let it happen. So he's going to attack me for 1 plus nothing plus 3. So 4 damage. Give the villain a tough status card. So 4 damage, and he's tough now. Radioactive Man's going to deal 1 damage to me as well, so I'm down to 5. The Radioactive Man makes me discard a card, which stinks. Really need him off the board. Stealth Strike. That would have been a great way to get him off the board. Okay. And then deal an encounter card. Armored Guard, who comes in with tough. That's not too bad. Okay, so to my turn. Honestly, I think a great thing for me to do would just be go ahead and use Helicarrier, Devil of Hell's Kitchen, and Nick Fury, I guess, to play Mockingbird. And that's going to stun Klaw. And then Mockingbird and I are both going to attack Radioactive Man and kill him. Just need him off the board. So that was my turn. I'm going to hold on to Matt's Apartment and then draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Vigilante Justice is a great, kind of like a 4 Justice. And Billy Clubs are just really cool. They're kind of like the Daredevil ally ability. After you thwart, exhaust them to deal damage to an enemy. Okay, let's see what happens here. He's going to add 2 more threat to Underground Distribution. That's not looking good. And then he would attack, but he's stunned. Armored Guard deals 1 damage to me, down to 4. And then Master Plan. That is horrible. 4 threat added to Defense Network and 4 to Immortal Klaw. This might be a really quick game. That was horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Back to my turn. What can be done? Well, let's see. I'm probably gonna have to just like let Immortal Claw go for a little bit. Why don't we do this? I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use Vigilante Justice and Helicarrier to pay for Vigilante Justice to thwart for 3 off of Defense Network. And then Vigilante Justice says, then choose an attack event card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. So I'm going to add Blind Justice to my hand. Then I'm going to spend Blind Justice to play Billy Club, Beat Cop to play Matt's Apartment, and I'm going to thwart for 2 off of Defense Network with Daredevil, and that's going to use Billy Club to deal 1 damage to Klaw, I think, and just get rid of his tough. And then Mockingbird is going to thwart for 1 off of Underground Distribution, I think. And then let me do some math. He's going to add 2 for sure. By the way, this is gone. He's going to add 2 for sure to Underground Distribution, and then he's going to scheme. I do have an ability as an attorney where I could kind of stop that scheming. But I think I just... what do I do here? I think I need to stay in hero mode for 1 more turn. Let's do it. I'll stay. Can use Mockingbird if I need to. So I draw 5 cards. Yeah, I'm going to have to use Mockingbird to survive this attack. He's going to add 2 threat. He's going to attack. I'll block with Mockingbird. Yeah, he attacks her for 4 damage. Kills her. Armored Guard deals 1 damage to me. And then a Weapons Runner comes in. Surges into Sonic Boom. Crap. That's going to totally have to exhaust me, I believe. Shoot. Okay. That was bad. Okay, so then it's back to me. I think what I'll do is spend... I could spend... Yeah, I think what I'll do is spend these 3, Power of Justice and Avengers Mansion to play Agent Coulson. And when he enters play, I can search my deck and discard pile for a preparation card. Which I think I just have 1 in the deck. Spycraft. Take that into hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend energy. No, I'm going to spend Helicarrier and Spycraft to play Heroic Intuition. And then Coulson is going to thwart for 2 off of Underground Distribution. And I'm going to have to flip. I'm going to have to flip. This is bad. He's going to get into his second stage, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, okay, there we go. I'm going to use Matt's Apartment, which heals 1 from Matt. And then I add a blind card to Matt's Apartment. And then that's it. I'm going to hold on to energy and ready up. Shoot. Well, I've got some good cards out. But he's got, crazy Immortal Claw. Couple guys. He's going to get a couple more guys here. Got a concussive blow, but apart from that, no other attack events. So I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see. So in his turn, he's going to add 2 threat. Then he's going to scheme for 2 plus 2. So that's 4. He completes it. That's going to discard cards off the top of the deck until we get to a minion. Let's see who we get. Is it a Master of Evil or is it... Yeah, it is Melter. Not so bad. Melter and Weapons Runner are both going to scheme for 1 each. And then Masters of Mayhem is going to discard cards until we get to another Master of Evil. Shoot. I'm looking at so many guys. Whirlwind, Melter, Armored Guard, Weapons Runner, 7th threat on Immortal Claw. This is crazy. How do I get through here? Shoot. Okay, well, I think I'm going to have to do... So Matt's Apartment, I can either add cards to it or take cards from it. I'm going to go ahead and do the take from it. So I'm going to heal 1 and I'm going to take into hand Spider-Man. That would be great to play him. Yeah, I think I will. So I'm going to go ahead and flip from Matt to Daredevil. I'm going to spend energy to play Man Without Fear. Use Man Without Fear and Helicarrier and Genius to play Spider-Man. Who comes into play? He's going to stun Klaw. And I'm then going to use Radar Sense and Unyielding. There's another attack, adds a physical resource while paying for an attack event. So I'm going to do that to deal 3 damage and confuse. But the question is, do I go ahead and... Well, I can't do that to Klaw because the armored guard's still there. So yeah, I'm going to deal 3 damage to, I think, Melter. And then I will... yeah... 3 damage to Melter. No, 3 damage to Whirlwind. Frick. Yeah, 3 damage to Whirlwind. Spider-Man is going to then attack for 2 damage to finish off Whirlwind. Daredevil is going to thwart for 2 off of Secret Rendezvous. He's going to use Billy Club to deal a damage to the Weapons Runner. And Agent Coulson is also going to attack and deal 1 damage to the Weapons Runner. Cool. That was that. I got rid of 2 of those guys. Klaw is all stunned. Got Spider-Man out there now too, who can actually create resources for me. I'm going to draw up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Under Surveillance would give me a lot of breathing room. Blind Justice also would be great. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm actually pretty happy about how this is looking. Okay, so it's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. Klaw's going to attack, but he's stunned. Armored Guard is going to deal 1 damage to me. I might as well let Melter attack me. No, I have to block with an ally if I can. So Agent Coulson's going to block, and he dies. And then a card comes out. Sonic Boom. I hate that. That was a bad one. Whatever. I'm going to exhaust both of them because of that. Shoot. That stinks, but it's okay. So, okay, back to my turn. Here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to use... Helicarrier and Jessica Jones to play 4 Justice, removing 3 threat from Secret Rendezvous. And then, since I thwarted, I'm going to use Billy Club to deal 1 damage to Melter. Then I'm going to use Strength and Man Without Fear to play Blind Justice, dealing 4 damage to Armored Guard and Melter, and ignores Tough. It does, so it says deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to another enemy. If you pay for this card using a physical and a mental resource, just deal 1 additional damage, and this attack ignores Tough status cards, which this is a mental resource, those were physical resources. So kill both of them. That was awesome. And I'm going to have to flip down because I'm really hurting. I'm going to use Matt's Apartment to heal 1 and add a card. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm going to ready up. And I have Under Surveillance still in hand. I'm drawing. I still haven't decked out quite yet. I have like 2 cards left. Cool. Another Billy Club is great. Vigilante Justice is great. Yeah, this is actually looking decent. Okay, so he adds 2 threat to the main scheme. He schemes for 2, an additional 2, so 6 threat. I'm going to go ahead and use Nelson and Murdoch. Interrupt. When threat would be placed on a scheme, I'm going to spend a mental resource to prevent 2 of that threat. So it's just another... So it was a total of 4 threat added. Okay, and then he gets Masters of Mayhem again. Discard down until I get to a Masters of Evil, which there might not be one. That was actually pretty handy. So I think you just reshuffle. It adds an acceleration token, which is not fun. But I was going to get through the deck anyways, so that was actually not the worst thing. Okay, here we go. So, back to my turn. And really, the main thing I have to do is I really have to take care of Immortal Klaw is the main thing, which I think I can do. There's 7 threat on it. Yeah, I don't have a 4 Justice. If I can do Vigilante Justice and Quake this turn, I can take care of it. Which I think I can do that. So on my turn, I'm going to heal 1. I'm going to add 1 to Matt's apartment. I'm not going to draw it yet. I think I can handle this as it is. Oof, I only have 6 health. This is fine. I'm going to flip to Daredevil. I'm going to use Power of Justice to play Quake. I'm going to use Man Without Fear and Helicarrier to play Vigilante Justice. It's just going to remove 3 threat. Grabs an attack event. I'll just grab Stealth Strike. Not a big deal. But that allowed me to use, I'll use Billy Club because I just thwarted there. I'll use Billy Club to deal 1 damage to Klaw. Then I'm going to use Stealth Strike to play another Billy Club. I'm going to thwart for 3 with Heroic Intuition and use Billy Club, the other Billy Club to deal 1 damage to him. And then I'm going to thwart with Quake to remove 1 threat from Immortal Klaw. Finishes off Immortal Klaw. And I'm realizing I actually didn't use Spider-Man's resource. So I think what I'm going to do, I hate to lose the Billy Club, but I think what I'm going to use is I'm going to exhaust him to generate a resource. I'm going to discard a Billy Club to generate a resource. I'm going to play Under Surveillance. I'm doing that just because otherwise if he draws an advance, by the way, he loses 10 health because that's gone, then I could lose. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to lose the Billy Club. I think that's worthwhile. I mean, it gets the Under Surveillance out of my hand too. So I ready up, draw, finish off my deck here. So for him, he's going to add 2 threat because of the acceleration token. He's going to attack, and I'm going to block with Quake probably. But let me just double check what I'm drawing here. I could draw an Unyielding, which would maybe change my mind. But let's see. So I'm drawing 4 more cards. I did not draw an Unyielding, so I'm going to block with Quake. He attacks for, puts a Weapon Runner into play. Oh, Radioactive Man. That stunk. So it's literally 1 damage to Quake. I'll lose Radar Sense. Weapons Runner deals 1 damage to me. Quake's gone. And then he has two encounter cards. I should have dealt 1 to myself when I decked out. Okay. Whirlwind comes into play. Armored Guard comes into play. So I'm facing a bunch more minions yet again. Okay, let's see. I think what I can do here, it's back to my turn already. Wow, I don't have a ton of cards in hand. But I think what I'll do that. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is use Genius to play Vigilante Justice, removing 3 threat. And, yeah, I have no attack event to draw, so that's it for that. And, cool crap. Because I actually can't play, never mind, I'm not going to play Vigilante Justice yet. I'll actually use Helicarrier, Genius, and Endurance to play Avengers Mansion. Avengers Mansion draws a card. I'm going to spend that card and Man Without Fear to play Vigilante Justice, which removed the 3 threat. So that's that. And, well, I forgot about Spider-Man. Dang it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack Weapons Runner. This is where having a second Billy Club would have been really helpful. I'm going to flip down and use Matt's apartment to heal 1 and get a card. That was a tough round for me. I'm interested to see how this goes, but hopefully this will provide me a really big round, a big swing round after this. Okay, Agent Coulson, that's helpful. Because for him, he's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme, and then Klaw is going to scheme for 2, plus another 2, that's 4. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use Agent Coulson. to prevent 2 of that. So it's just going to be 2 more. So it's up to 7. Whirlwind schemes for 1, so it's 8. And then an encounter card is Caught Off Guard. So I lose an upgrade. Crap. I think honestly, Heroic Intuition. I think so. Yeah, it's tough because the Billy. Yeah, I need the Billy Clubs. I need to be able to do some damage. So yeah, back to my turn. That wasn't too bad. So my turn, I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. I'm going to use Matt's Apartment to heal 1 and draw 3 cards. Whoa, my Billy Club. Back already. Back so soon. Yeah, that is awesome. I got Blind Justice, which I really need to make sure I do. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to heal, honestly, up to 10. Because I don't want to mess around. I'm going to flip to Daredevil. I'm going to use 4 Justice, I'm going to use Helicarrier to play a Billy Club. I'm going to use, yes, this is a really good round. I'm going to use Power of Justice to play 4 Justice, removing 4 threat. Billy Club, just hitting the Whirlwind in the face. And then check this out. I'm going to use Spycraft. B-Comp would be good. Spycraft, Concussive Blow, and Man Without Fear, which is both a physical and a mental resource, to play Blind Justice to deal 4 damage to both of these guys. They're done. Still have barely touched Klaw, but this is okay. It's going to change soon. In fact, it might change right now. Let me think. Spider-Man can exhaust. He's going to definitely exhaust to get a resource. Devil of Hell's Kitchen for another resource. The question is, do I play Beat Cop, which could just be a consistent threat removal, or Concussive Blow for, to prevent to confuse him and deal 3 damage. I think Beat Cop would be better. So I'll play Beat Cop, and I'll use Beat Cop to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. And then I am done. That was an awesome turn. And I am like pretty well set up. I have like pretty much all of my like special upgrades and stuff. Radar Sense and Unyielding, those are great cards. Okay, so for him, he's going to add 2 threat. He's going to attack. I'm going to let it happen to me. 1, 0, 1, so 2 damage to me. I think it's worth it though. I'm just going to go ahead and use Unyielding to heal 2 damage and draw a card. And then, before I do card, I think it's really worth it right now to just go ahead and use Stealth Strike, maybe. Stealth Strike. Yeah, Stealth Strike to play Radar Sense. So when this card is dealt to me, when it would be revealed, discard it instead. Nice. That was pretty good because for a 2-card cost, got rid of a Master of Evil. And whatever cards would have been discarded. That was pretty powerful. Okay, back to my turn. I've not been using Crime Fighting. I think that's okay. But yeah, okay. Back to my turn. I'm going to use Beat Cop to remove 1. Like that. I'm in a pretty dang good place here. I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Nick Fury. I'm going to use, I think, Vigilante Justice using Man Without Fear and Helicarrier to remove 3 threat from the main scheme, drawing into hand an attack event, which I'll draw a Concussive Blow. And then I could play Concussive Blow, or I could play Nick Fury, which honestly would be probably awesome, right? How can because that way I don't have to even flip right now. I'll use Spider-Man and these 3 resources to play Nick Fury. I'm gonna draw. So I draw 3 cards or just deal 4 damage. I'm honestly just gonna deal 4 damage to him down to 8, and then Nick Fury is gonna attack for 2. I'm gonna thwart. But Billy Club, so we're going to deal 4 damage down to 4. And that's that turn. Readying up. So I'm really well set up. If I can just get an endurance out, I'll be like breathing quite easy. So I'm drawing 5 cards. Wow, okay, so he's gonna add 2 threat. Remember when there were 4 minions out and like 7 threat Immortal Claw? That was crazy. I just gotta finish him before he draws another Immortal Claw, actually. But yeah, so 2 threat comes out, and then he attacks. I'll block with Fury, yeah. He hits him for just 2 damage only, and then Tiger Shark's gonna give him toughness. But yeah, sounds good. That's that. And then an encounter card comes out. Master Plan. Dang it. Oh, there you go. That was not bad. Defense Network. That was as good as it could possibly have been. Okay, back to me. So he's got toughness. So what I'm thinking is, why don't we do this? Go ahead and use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Oh, I forgot about Beat Cop. Beat Cop's really good. Well, in that case, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use Helicarrier and Power of Justice to play Beat Cop. I'm gonna use, well, dang, Man Without Fear and Stealth Strike to play Vigilante Justice, removing 3 threat from Defense Network and drawing into hand Concussive Blow. And I'm going to use Billy Club to, after I thwarted, to remove his toughness and deal 1 damage. And then I'm going to use Beat Cop to remove these 2 threat. This is perfect. Spider-Man, I'm going to exhaust him, 4 Justice, Mockingbird to play Concussive Blow. Deals 3 damage to him. He comes in at 22 and tough into stage 3. So he's tough. And now my one question, well, I definitely want to attack then to remove his toughness. Is it worth flipping down to Alter Ego? I don't think yet. I think I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold here and be done. And draw. And this is, oh, nice. A couple of resource cards. I get dealt an encounter card because I decked out. His turn, he's going to add 2 threat. He's going to then attack. Let me just double check my cards that come here. But I'm probably just going to let him attack me. Let's see. So I draw 2 extra cards. Got a radar sense. That's really handy. Yeah, let's just let him attack me. So he deals 2 + 2 + 1, so 5 damage down to 5. And yeah. And then, you know what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and use Crime Fighting with Man Without Fear to remove 1 threat, and then use a Billy Club. Use both Billy Clubs to deal him 2 damage, just on the off chance that he gets an encounter card that heals. So let's reveal the first one. Weapons Runner. It's going to surge into Under Fire. Dang it. It's going to surge and reveal another card. Shadow of the Past. That's the worst. Well, this is cool, though. You're going to see who my nemesis is, which I didn't create a nemesis yet, so I'm just using Tombstone as my nemesis. I'm just going to add 3 threat to it. Don't care. Add all these media coverage things. He's a pretty, I think, appropriate guy. This stinks. Now there's 2 more encounter cards still to deal with, and that's 2 more minions out there. I was feeling kind of overconfident there for a moment. Well, another card comes out. Illegal Arms Factory with 4 threat on it. Come on. And then I think, honestly, I think this is probably worth it to use. I'm going to use Spider-Man for his resource to play Radar Sense. Just discard this card. Just an armor guard, but I couldn't deal with more stuff coming out. So yeah, so that's that. Okay, let's see. What do we do here? Okay, well, back to my turn. I'm gonna use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Quake. Dang, I don't have a mental resource. I'm not gonna get the trigger on Blind Justice. But I could play Blind Justice and Jessica Jones, so I think I will do that. I'm gonna use Blind Justice to deal 3 damage to him and kill the weapons runner. I'm gonna use Helicarrier and Energy to play Jessica Jones. You know what I can do actually is I can what's it gonna do? I can get rid of Illegal Arms Factory with all these guys, but then Tombstone will still be alive. It might be worth just killing Tombstone. But let me think. Yeah. I'm going to... let's see if I got him up to 7 damage. Yeah. Yeah, let's see this. Let's do this. Jessica Jones is going to thwart for 3 off of Illegal Arms Factory. Beat Cop is going to remove 1. Gets rid of that. Then, check this out. I'm going to use the other Beat Cop. I'm going to discard it, exhaust it, and discard it to deal 3 damage to Tombstone. And then I'm going to attack him, dealing 2 damage. And then watch and learn to see what I do next. Recover. Shoot, I'm only at 5 health. That's not good. That's not good. Unyielding is really good, but yeah, let's try this. Okay, so his turn, he's going to add 2 threat to Secret Rendezvous. He's going to attack me. I am going to defend and hope he doesn't draw really, really good cards. So he attacks me, I'm going to defend. He draws a 1, that's good, and a 0, nice. So I just take 1 damage, down to 4. I'm going to use Unyielding, heals me up to 7, and I draw a card. Then after he attacked, I can use Man Without Fear for crime fighting to remove 1 threat from running interference. And then I'll use my Billy Clubs, club, to kill Tombstone before he can attack me. 1 damage. That's what's best use of crime fighting. It's just finishing off a minion intelligently. So, okay. And then an encounter card. Exhaustion. Well, I was already exhausted, so that's fine. Surges into Solid Sound Body. That's the Retaliate one. Okay, so that's going to use resources to get rid of that. That is okay. We can do this. So I can do physical here. I could do a mental here. I could do a, well, yeah, let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card first. Another Vigilante Justice. I have all 3 of them in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and use Genius to play Vigilante Justice. No, I'm going to thwart first with Jessica Jones, removing this 2 from running interference. Then I do Vigilante Justice to remove 3 threat from Secret Rendezvous. Drawing into hand, Blind Strike. That's all I have access to. Blind Justice, I mean. Blind Justice. Okay, and then I'm going to use the physical resource of Spider-Man, the mental resource of Blind Justice, and the energy resource of Power of Justice to discard Solid Sound Body. Oh, I should have used Beat Cop. Dang it. So stupid. Yeah, and I'm going to use Helicarrier, Vigilante Justice, and Power of Justice as a physical resource to do Blind Justice, dealing 4 damage to him down to 15. And then I think I am going to flip down, and I'm going to use Matt's Apartment to get a card and heal 1. And then ready up. Okay, that was crazy. I'm going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stealth Strike's great with Radar Sense, Mockingbird, Endurance. Yes, that's good. Okay, he's going to add 2 threat. Then he schemes for 3 plus nothing. So just 3 threat out there. I think that's really fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that go. And then his encounter card is Assault, surges into Sound Manipulation, which is gonna heal him 4 to 19. Okay, gotta turn the jets on here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just use Matt's Apartment to heal 1. I'm just gonna draw that card into hand. Another Stealth Strike, that's great. Avengers Mansion to draw a card, Unyielding. And I'm going to then flip to Daredevil. I'm going to use Radar Sense and Helicarrier to play Stealth Strike. Deals 4 damage to Klaw, down to 15. I'm going to use another, I'm going to use Unyielding, Man Without Fear, and Agent Coulson to do another Stealth Strike for another 4 damage, down to 11. I'm going to use Spider-Man to play Devil of Hell's Kitchen, and Spider-Man, Devil of Hell's Kitchen, and Endurance to play Mockingbird. Stuns Klaw. I'm going to thwart for 2. Billy Club to move him down to 9. Mockingbird is going to attack for 1. And Beat Cop is going to remove 1 threat. And then I'm done. And he's down to 8 health. I think we can do this. Gonna draw up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it goes to him. He's gonna add 2 threat to the main scheme. He will attack, but he's stunned. And there's just a card coming out. Klaw's Vengeance. He attacks you. I'm gonna block with Mockingbird. He's gonna attack for 1, 4, 5, 6 damage. Knocks out Mockingbird as a threat to the main scheme. And after he attacks right there, I'm going to use Man Without Fear to do crime fighting to remove a threat, using Billy Club to deal 2 damage, down to 6. And then it's a matter of course here at the end here, I'm going to go ahead and use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. I'm going to use Spycraft, Heroic Intuition, and 4 Justice to play Concussive Blow, dealing 3 damage to him, down to 3. And then I'm going to thwart for 2, down to 2. And I'm going to use Beat Cop to remove 1. Jessica Jones is going to remove 1. And then I'm going to use Helicarrier, Spider-Man, and 4 Justice to play Blind Justice to deal him 3 more damage. 3, 2, 1, 0. He's done. Boom! Defeated him. Spider-Man was definitely an MVP there, and that was awesome getting all my stuff out eventually, and gosh, climbing out of some crazy holes. Definitely one of those examples of like, don't give up even when the going is tough. There was 2 or 3 times I had like 3 to 4 minions out there, and it was tempting to just be like, oh my gosh, like throw in the towel. But came through it and was able to deal with everything. So hope you enjoyed seeing Daredevil in action. Let me know what you think. Thanks.